Well, they seem happy. Should probably start thinking about the things I need to pack up. That'll take a while. Then again, what do I really need? Nothing, really. Once you think of it. Well, it wouldn't hurt to bring a few supplies around. Let's go on our merry day for now, and I'll see about all this later.
So where do you wind up finding my ass?
Well, I didn't. The dwarves caved you out. Because of all the snow. But that's the last
That's
thing I heard
surprising.
from you, and well, let's just say that I had to pull some strings in order to rescue you.
Not surprised. Vex'el.
Greetings!
I remember you having horns.
Yes,
No,
well,
instance into.
it's a cost to pay, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'll be getting rid of them whenever I can, don't you worry about that.
You're gonna try to go up back to your town, or you're gonna swim by my farm?
Well, before I leave anywhere, I might as well do a bit of
Yeah.
looking around here.
I think
Yeah,
if
that's
I
it.
were headbutt in context, I would put my money on them.
Right?
Yeah, let's see who's gonna win, you or them. That'll be an interesting contest to see.
I don't have horns.
I'm not the one, I guess, twice my size, triple the muscle mass.
Although between you and Louise, I'd put my money on Louise.
Well,
Oh, maybe in this form, but the other forms, probably this one.
I was about to say yes.
How do I get the stories in the other form?
Still. Either way. How's it going?
Yeah. Yeah, doing good. You know, I try to get everything up and running, make sure people have the food. See who I can recover with the Green Thumb, and he's gonna be joining along with us before I head over to the Dwarven Kingdom, see what I can do.
See,
Yeah, I made a promise over there, and I gotta keep it.
that is true.
Same.
Well,
So
I'll
now
let
you
you
are
all
just
know.
going to sit back. Guess I shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, some
All of you have a place here.
Our lives may not be the same.
Whatever happens, you'll have a place here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
It's the least we can do for the help that you gave us. You could have said
Kind of-
they were the refugees. Why you decided to join us?
kind of understand how you think about it. We went from just helping, trying to get supplies over to one area, and then suddenly we're taking down a big old evil dragon and all that.
Yeah, I think got SK ever since the portal.
Well, better we take care of the
Yeah,
dragon.
it
The
was,
dragon
it
takes
was a
care of
crazy
us.
trip.
Yeah.
The whole purpose was to get supplies to the other kingdoms and maybe find out what's going on.
Yeah, we
So-
kind
we
of did
found
find
out
out
a way.
exactly what
Figure it
was
out.
going on.
Well, if you ask me, the less we know, the better.
Yeah, too late for that,
Yeah.
I guess.
Very too
That
late.
is true.
From the beginning adventure of just escorting resources to demon portals to...
Killing a guard?
I feel like that was more... I was going up to that, but yeah, the basic YouTube than that.
Where do you
The
put the
mushroom.
Feywild and all that though?
Oh yeah, that was... Well, wait,
'Cause
was it
the
Feywild or
Feywild
was
can
it
either be
mushrooms
the tamest
or was it
thing
time?
or Nightmare Fuel.
Yeah. Step 1, deliver goods. Step 2, fight
Nightmare fuel
demons.
would
the
be
environment.
a
Step 3,
mushroom.
kill God.
Yeah, no.
What was that, Vex'el?
If you're talking about
Oh, yeah, that was
nightmare
awesome.
fuel, I would talk
Well,
about
we were dragons
the
over here, though.
mushrooms that we ate. That
Yeah,
was
this... Yeah, this became much more complicated than a simple escort.
I wonder what happened to Mushi. I want to see them in the bed and see what happened to them.
Oh, don't worry.
I'm
She's
better not
safe.
find out.
She's back at the
Yeah.
beach.
Yeah, maybe I should invite Mushi over to my area and just see how it is.
If you do that, avoid my name for a while. Don't want to be near that one.
I understood. But it doesn't hurt to just say hi. I'll make sure they don't put anything in the soup if we're having soup.
Appreciate it.
Any
How about
Or, you know, you
YouTube?
can make
What-
your own food.
What YouTube be doing?
What was it?
Yeah, what do you-
time.
Oh, we've decided to move in together.
Yeah, that's new. You didn't expect that
Look at
to
it.
happen.
Yeah, love.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you seen the other farm?
It's just a
No.
different handhold.
It's more to help with like small stuff.
Well, you're more
Yeah,
open
just
than
make
I
sure you
thought
get
you
a
were.
big enough house. But
Yeah,
Yeah, we chose one of the biggest ones.
was thinking about that for a bit, but that's probably just
So, will it matter?
sorry, give me reinforcing the bed.
Change them form? Does it matter if they get a big
I
house?
already did that.
No need to worry your head about that. None of your concerns. Neither is mine. That's all
Wait.
them.
Ah, fair enough.
I did think of something. Yeah. Make a little rebuild the shrine or make it better of the green mother done. I'll try to get something right there at the beginning of the farm.
Well,
She
I
helped out
just
quite
need
a
to bring more
she helped out
food
quite a
here.
lot.
I do have a patch of land to tend to. Well, snow and ice at this point, I suppose.
Yeah, I'll try to see if I can find some stuff that can survive in that hardy weather.
Well, in theory, everything should be back to normal over there, and I won't be on my own. I should have help.
I do have a little
Although you're
something
more
for
than
you.
welcome to come around
Before
anytime.
you leave.
Okay.
In the
Yeah, I'll
cabin
swing
over
by it
there's a
there.
crate winter apple.
Yeah. And see how funny it'll be really funny when I be showing up with this guy over here and just opening up to the family tree section and just see how they react.
Wait.
Yes,
Take
that
it
would
with you.
be interesting.
Since you're gonna be away from home
Yeah.
for quite a while.
We adding in
Yeah,
new names, scouting out a
Yeah.
few ones.
Though after all this journey,
And now scouting out more in terms of everyone thought this one was later, but it never turned out to be was,
Bringing the
but he
world
was
back
more of one
together,
of
let
the.
alone taking
Everyone
down
just
the
called
great
him
evil.
Uncle.
He wasn't
Somehow that
exactly a
sounds a bit
god
funny.
when you met him. But let's just say it wasn't his fault. There's another threat to this world that most of you now know of. And it won't stay quiet forever.
No, but if I can't stay quiet for the next 50 odd years, I could close my eyes and forget about it.
And if it does sort of rear its ugly head, we'll come in and just whip it a new one and tell it to be gone for the next century or two.
Well, when I become a chosen, I will make sure to try to keep it at bay so you get your West.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That would
from
be
what I
much
can tell,
appreciated.
I'll be helping in about 80 years in about 80 other years. Yeah, I'll be definitely helping out on your end.
Well, I'm technically retired. But if something proves a little too troublesome for you, let me know. I'm
Of
sure
course, you
the
would skip this.
big man will not mind me stepping out of retirement for a short bit.
Should your
Oh,
armor
helps,
do
appreciate it.
whatever too dinged up? Come on back.
Appreciate it. Though I feel like you're going to probably be fighting with dwarves trying to
I
repel.
was gonna have to tell me
Armor.
where you guys will reside for the next
They are
few years.
really
I'd like
happy
to
about repelling
See
armor.
you guys for
It appears they're going to be staying here. We could use a few extra smiths.
Not everyone is going back to their own land.
Yeah, some
No,
people
that's
just.
fine.
With how much we've been
You don't
through,
have to
we can't really go back to how we normally were.
I'll be trying my damn best.
Stuff is
for
that-
it.
for you guys. Sanctuary over.
Yeah, I probably should definitely be there if you try to go see your family with the whole new additions on your head.
Speaking of
That
which,
would be nice. I hope
Do you
they're
mind if I
back.
grab
some
some?
I didn't quite specify anything.
Of course.
I might go and get the horses ready.
your services.
Be my guest. If Heaven ever there has your little special
And it doesn't
surprise.
and he
You
said
grab
that
some
you
food
don't
there.
have to hesitate to come there and to visit. You will be always
Yeah.
welcome. All of you.
You all have sending stones if you need to contact us. We'll have
You have good.
lines open just for you guys.
Much appreciated.
Yeah, I'll make
Thank you so
sure
much.
if I get a bigger harvest, I'll send some extra stuff this way.
I don't think I'll be.
That's always appreciated.
Always try to keep this place topped off, so in case another disaster happens, they all know sanctuary is nice and ready.
And thank you for.
We never know when it's gonna happen.
I
Could
wasn't
be.
going for. Okay.
Hey, if you ever find any, if you ever find any particular, if you ever want it more particular one thing or another, just holler, give me a holler. I'll work something out.
Hello.
The usual stuff that pretty much every place needs. We don't need
could probably match it.
anything fancy.
Probably.
And I'm not saying anything more fancy. I'm just saying, hey, you're gonna be doing a big old festival, so you need a little bit of more on the potatoes, carrots, squashes, and all that stuff. Anything more, any extra than the standard norm.
Well, I think we're going to have a festival celebrating your victory each year. That'll be a new holiday. If you want to bring supplies around that time for the big feasts.
Yeah, definitely start working. I got a little something over there in the corner. A few bits of stuff that I managed to get growing.
I mean, aren't
Nothing
you
large scale, but
Weren't you
yeah,
just so
definitely
proud
can
of
be able to
yourself
get
for your
some
own
stuff ready.
Yeah, trust me, it doesn't change much. We just have a little bit of recognition, that's all.
I'll be
So you heading out?
skipping on
Mhm.
those.
Definitely gonna be,
Probably
Ah.
don't need to say goodbye to
Definitely
you two,
gonna
'cause
put
we are
this
going
team
the
down
same
to
way,
rest.
But just to let you two know that I'm
but
gonna
if,
get the horses ready. Don't
Eh.
rush, but you know.
Oh, don't you forget.
hey, we'll let you know when we start heading out.
Mm-hmm. And anything you want me to pack besides the apples?
Hey,
Is
pack
there any
whatever
other
you
things
need
on
for the
that?
trip.
I'll be joining you on the chip, actually. It's the same
Ah,
route
okay.
to go through. Back to the south.
Full opposing party. Understood.
Why don't you two join us one last caravan for old time's sake before we all head off our separate ways?
What are your thoughts?
I wouldn't mind that.
No.
One last hurrah.
I guess
We can head down to where the swamp is and do
I
some.
guess I gotta pack much more.
And
So,
Oh, don't worry,
I
I'll
always
take care
gotta
of it.
pack some
too.
of the rations and some apples that they are giving me.
we can
Besides,
swing by the swamp and do a little
Come on, big
swamp
guy.
swing.
I'll help you out.
Okay.
The adventure never stops with you people.
May you have great adventures in the future.
Yeah. Hey,
I hope
we still don't even understand what's all down there. I think half the time when we were little kids, we keep hearing the most strangest sounds, and not even the adults know. Half the time, the adults don't even know what that was making those noises. You hear chirps, you'll hear the birds chirping, and then you hear something rumbling through the water, and like, what the hell was that? Like, we know that little over there can make the water move like that.
Oh, that's a mystery.
You know, I think the funniest part of this entire journey was falling off the side of a mountain, coming back around the long way, realizing you guys are gone. Couple hours later, turning around, and here you are falling off the other side of the cliff, right into the water.
Not sure I'd
No,
say
yeah.
that was quite fun.
Yes, indeed. They are pain in the ass. What was your most memorable moment?
I
Yeah.
quite enjoyed the hot bath. Those were nice. A welcome change in my life.
I think the kind of the interesting one was we were doing with the whole dream nonsense stuff. Here's the constant like, wait, hold on, wait a minute, wait. If you were there and I was there, and then you're over there, and then who was that over there?
After hearing about that incident, I found it entirely confusing. I don't know how you enjoyed that.
Just a little. It was kind of just a funny thing.
I think my favorite part was asking the cleric if they want to meet their god, and then pushing them off the ledge.
You want to meet their god.
You did ask them if they want to meet the god, and you gave them the expressway.
I jumped off.
You just so happy.
Funny part was, I know they didn't have slow fall. I have feather fall.
Hey, you just so happened to get them the ability to set up an appointment, and that appointment was now.
Oh, that's what you're talking about when you guys jumped off the Dragon Kingdom. The Dragon Kingdom wall.
Yeah.
I was holding up some dragons, and I turn around and I see you guys pushing each other off the cliff, and I'm like, you idiots.
Yeah, I'll say this. I definitely can. I'll probably be able to zip around a few of those areas if I ever want to check to see how that's going. Walk to one tree, walk out another, and just boom.
From the word that I've gotten since everything was established, communication was reestablished. We were able to do mini convoys between the continents. Continents? No, the kingdoms, yes. Yeah, we were able to do many caravans through the kingdoms. So if they needed something of something else, we could just quick send them from one kingdom to another. That was one of the primary things I was doing behind the scenes, making sure there were secondary convoys running after we were gone. But we had to make sure the paths that we were taking were clear. And some of them were. That was the most difficult part.
Any plans if we failed? We could have
And better not think about that.
Occasions.
Yeah,
Let's
very,
just say
very.
the defenses might not have been so fortified. They weren't just able to defend themselves against the final wave, they were able to offensively get rid of the dragons before they even stepped foot mostly near them.
Yeah. Yeah, that thing's not gonna heal up well. That's gonna be a nasty scar to keep.
Your chest
Did-
wound?
Yeah, it just shows off the nasty scar from being impaled on the sword.
Well, we both carry something
Yeah, to
from
get-
this adventure.
Now the ladies are gonna love that.
Yeah, chicks
Yeah.
dig scars. Especially orc women.
What are you trying to say? I have a husband.
I know, but the single orc ladies will want to put a ring on it.
They're gonna have to fight my cousin because I'm gonna ask for their
Pretty
help
much lives
to
right near the
keep them
greenskins.
away.
Nothing a circle of death can't fix.
Yeah, I'm not into that.
Simple solutions. They work. They're effective.
Hell, all you gotta tell them is you're one of the legendary heroes, and that's it.
Yeah, and do you think that's gonna make it better or worse?
Worse.
It's
Random
gonna be death by
preferences?
snoo snoo.
I'm not ready to get off this mortal plane now. I already know what time I'm gonna be leaving. It ain't gonna be anytime soon.
Just
I
drink
just
one
want
of
to
those
sit back
fucking
and relax before
fortified
that
potions
happens.
we have, I think. I don't know. I
Hey,
think
just
there's,
also-
people chasing Vex here.
Excuse you?
Well, you look like you're in your 20s.
$500 gold by the end of the day. Someone will be chasing after Vex.
And they're not gonna be around for much longer. One good old spike growth right in front of them will keep them away.
I'll
And if
just
that doesn't work,
teleport
at least they
away.
have Dimension Door, I think.
Yes. Very
Yeah, I just-
useful.
Or you could just go invisible.
I can do that as well. I have redundancy
no,
in my
they-
spells.
They Dimension Door away and then go invisible.
Invincible, then dimension door.
Well, they basically let that one dwarf stay with them.
Yes, and it was a
What now?
interesting evening.
You know he was hitting on you, right?
Excuse you?
And you said yes.
I agreed to not spend.
We're
the
gonna probably
evening
do
alone.
Let him down softly.
Nah, just throw a
But
rock at
that
him.
poor guy doesn't get any.
Well, no, I've kicked
No,
them out before
throw them
nightfall.
throw some explosives their way and just say, "Hey, I'm sorry, but you can have this instead."
Oh, you people.
You know, he'll probably find that interesting and a decent trade.
Either way, that poor bastard will go out with a bang.
Yeah, I'm sorry. He's a few fuses short of a full stack of explosives. You could blow in one ear and he say thank you for the refill.
Hey.
You
I'm surprised he
people.
still even has his toes, let alone his fingers.
It's a mystery to me as well.
Eh, maybe that's one of the questions we could have asked.
Especially
the hell
after
is you-
hitting on Oracle. That was interesting once I heard of that.
Okay, so can we do this? Next time if any of us actually sees that one person, we gotta ask how the hell is he still alive?
I have a
Well, if
theory.
you do, please let me know.
I think he's just too ignorant.
Or lucky.
You see,
More of a, let's see how far he goes. They keep him
My
alive just to see
theory
how far.
the dumber you are, the harder you are to kill. The smarter you are, the easier you are to kill.
So does that make you smart and us stupid?
Listen, I roll with things, and if it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, that means it needs more work.
Well, I'm just saying about your logic.
That one, 'cause they cheated.
They
you guys.
died and we managed to live through this entire
Wait,
nonsense.
what? How do I cheat?
Yeah.
I don't. Oh, I see where you're going with that. Yeah, I make my husband do all the paperwork.
Yeah, you take your responsibility and pass it off to that poor folk.
But I'm the people person. I'm the one that deals with everyone personally. All the logistics go to him. He threatens to make me do paperwork.
And you just started
I
to
try to
make
stay on
it.
his good side.
No, you just started to say, hey, if I have to do paperwork, I gotta talk to people.
If that doesn't work for him,
Well, good, it shouldn't. Although I understand your nature, I suppose.
so
I'm gonna. I understand he did say that only majority of the folks are able to come back. I was gonna wondering who and where the folks that couldn't come back be like. Was it like, is it a bit of here or there, or who exactly then wasn't able to come back?
I'm not sure if you remember, but our time there was a bit limited. That fuzzy feeling
some
you
of the
felt was
dragons,
only the beginning.
Yeah.
some of the dragons have special abilities that can destroy one's soul. If your soul is destroyed,
who in the
past a
right
certain
mind will
point,
give a
there's no
dragon
bringing
that?
you back.
Now, who in the right mind will design something like that? Oh yeah, we know who did that. We
They're
met them.
ancient magics. Stuff that is lost to generations.
Fortunately,
And,
it does not work if your soul is already sold out.
So you're saying you take your horse, you sold the horse, but you still have the horse. Doesn't mean someone can't come in and kill the horse.
Oh, it's already dead and belongs to someone else.
Yeah, but you're still in use of it.
More or less.
Apparently, you sold it. You sold it to them. They leased it back to you.
What if someone else buys the horse?
Well, I've let the two patrons decide that for themselves.
So if you're two different people, now that'll be something interesting. You sold your soul to one patron, they sold to another, or like half sold it. So in the middle of a fight, your powers are going like from one thing to another. That'll confuse the living hell out of everyone.
Well,
Then I guess
assume
they
this
got
is the
adopted
reason
by
why
two
I have
patrons.
those
I really
horns
don't know.
now.
I just hope that they have visitation rights.
It's
I'd
kind
rather
of
not.
interesting you mention this. Selling your
So
soul
would they be-
and making a deal are two different things.
Okay, so here's the one question. From like looking through the book. So someone sells their child to a demon, and then goes to someone else and sells their firstborn child. So does that mean that the demon and the other person have to deal with visitation rights every other weekend? And so the mom's now just like the crazy aunt and here's how to hack the pack system. Here's how to commit pack fraud.
Shouldn't you focus on farming?
Yeah, you give your firstborn to the Fae.
Congratulations,
but then
you're
you sell
now a
the
happily
child's
married
soul
couple.
To a demon.
No, you sell
Essentially.
the same child to two different things under different titles. So, hey, I'll give you my kid, and then I'll give you my firstborn. It's the same kid because your kid is the fourthborn, but you never specialize that in particular to either things.
It's like making a deal with the Fae, saying that they'll get their first, have your firstborn, and they accept the deal. Then you're like, so when do we start?
Or he's like, hey, aren't you a syllabus and you took an oath of purity? Yeah, that never came up in the deal.
Yeah.
I suppose they would be smart enough to make some background checks beforehand. They usually do.
It depends on the individual.
The magical background check, the magical background index is like, okay, so what is this person able to be? What aspects can they give away, sell, or be used? I'm sorry, our background check says you cannot make this deal for you have taken an oath of celibacy.
I would believe something along those lines, yes. They are powerful entities.
Yeah, and we just took it down a powerful entity ourselves, and we look how well that went.
Well, if it's anything like my deal, it's... Never mind. But you are correct. There is a difference between selling a soul and making a deal. I did do both.
Hey, did I technically make a deal with Mushi when I said, hey, let us be friends?
No,
you shake?
they essentially, they're a Fey dragon, and you shook their hand. I saw that.
Yeah, I was just about to say that until we... So, does that mean they owe me, I owe them, or is it like a more of a 50-50 split?
I'd ask Mushi.
Yeah, next time I see... Oh no, that'll be an interesting sight. When Mushi gets out nice and up and bigger in size, he can actually do himself. So someone comes around and tries to rob the place, he's like, I won't be doing that. It's like, well, you see, that plot out there is owned by Mushi. They come in there trying to torture, and suddenly Mushi comes out of nowhere and just like, still in the tiny form, and says, can you not do that? And then they get all mad and go back to the big size and just scare the living hell out of the folk.
Well, anyway...
Yeah, what if I actually see if Mushi wants to come live on the farm for free and shit? Yeah, keep them,
Being all cute.
If that's the case, don't invite me around. I'd rather stay as far away from that one as possible.
I'll make sure Mushi is busy doing other stuff and they ain't touching any food.
Maybe Mushi can be in charge of the mushroom production.
That's gonna be in the Dwarven because I don't have any good cave system stuff to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe so to that one crazy dwarf who's with all the explosives, just add a little bit of the mushroom powder to it and see what happens.
Well, the dwarves could grow mushrooms. It's not like you're not welcome there.
Yeah, see if I can. I think some of them probably could do something where they take the fire from a Fade Dragon and see if what metal they can make out of it. Either
Whatever
the
it
ore
is,
with
I'm
the
sure
Fade
it'll be
Dragon.
mighty. As usual, the dwarves are really... Wow, good with their metals.
Make an entire new line of metals, just Fey Iron, Fey Gold, Fey Silver. Yeah, throw that little bit of aspect of Fey to it, because you literally baked in Fey magic. Yeah, but there ain't nothing much.
Well or wrong. Either way, I wouldn't want to touch that. But I can see if you...
Yeah, but that ain't much of my forte. I just mean stick to the more where you can just pull in, pull out.
Well, get a bit of work done with them. Never know.
Yeah, but I think Mushi getting to that level is going to take some time. Yeah, they're still a tiny one. Who knows how long it takes for them to actually grow up to a decent size where they can breathe fire or whatever they're breathing out.
That's true. Well, as long as I'm not around to find out, that'll be fun.
Yeah, I'll make sure Mushi stays away from you.
I'll tell you what though, since the Dwarven Kingdom made a tunnel directly here, you would have a quicker way home.
That is true.
They've made several tunnels, actually, from what I remember.
Yes,
Yes,
but only
they
one
made them
leading here.
through several major places. One to the Beastkin Kingdom, to Stonehaven here. They made one to Sanctuary.
Did we ever find that one snake lady who stole the dragon eggs?
I think she was
Wait,
sent
yeah,
here
she came
here.
and then was forced to be the front line.
We literally strapped her to a tower shield. And basically used her as the front of a shield wall. Every time she got injured or hurt or was about to die, we healed her, brought her back to life, and then started all over again. There was by the time
Because
we
in the
got done,
grand
the mine
scheme
was
of things-
basically broken.
Good thing.
Yeah,
We've
'cause
done the
who-
same.
Who thought it was a good idea to steal dragon eggs?
Apparently that one.
The crazy
Yeah,
coots
they-
in the secret society.
Well, long story short, after that the Dwarven King found out that she was here and demanded her. So it's like, okay, we got her literal pound of flesh.
And you know, it'd be really funny if we go back to that secret society place and it's like, so here's what happened and here's the laydown of what happened, so y'all don't do something, so y'all can have better protection over any and all stuff that you have, so we don't have to deal with it in our instant. Because I don't think we're all ready to fight another evil dragon god anytime soon.
As much
From
as
the
that idea
dragons.
pleases me, I have much better things to do in my life now than go back and revisit these people just for a
You're
warning.
20 again. You get to, run
Enjoy
around like a youngster
life.
again.
Do you even know how old both of us either are?
Well, they used to be like 50, and now they're 20 again. You, I never knew.
Yeah, he's a few years younger than that one.
Yeah, no, you're the old one.
Technically,
Yeah,
my
we'll
age
be
didn't
both known.
quite go back. I'm simply more in the shape I was years ago.
Don't forget those potions that can help.
I know I'm giving them around. But this was also a bit of a gifted curse, I suppose. It also works against my age. At this rate, I might outlive all you all. Especially if you keep going on adventures to get yourself killed while I enjoy a peaceful life away from it all.
Yeah,
Make
but
sure
we
you
all.
run to your cabin out in the hilltop and bring some dragons.
Yeah. Hey, but we both
You
know
do
that
you will
Grandma
fall
on
down that
the.
mountain without touching it.
Yeah, but Vex, we both know that Grandma's gonna outlive both of us all together.
That is true.
I do have some intel.
Hmm?
Such
We
as?
had a few dragons surrender, wave the white flag, and essentially give up. They realized what was happening and wised up.
So there's some
able to
ones that can actually
ascertain-
use your noggin.
We were able to ascertain the true nature of why a good majority of them joined. from what we understood, it was loss of territory, ignorance of the other species. A few of them did join because of loss of spawn, eggs, whatever you want to call it.
They're children. They're kids.
The percentage who joined because of that was maybe 20%.
So
it wasn't a lot. However, it didn't help.
Well, they
So that means
Also
so.
gave the other dragons a rallying cause.
It's not like we're
Sorry,
gonna
you were
give them
saying?
retribution.
Yeah, so we gotta probably clear up some areas for them to live so they don't. Because if we just start taking if kingdoms just start taking their land, that's understandable why they got all huffy and try to get it back and all that.
Before the 100-Year War, when this place was a single continent and not a bunch of kingdoms, dragons had equal portion of land compared to everyone else. When the kingdoms
then
separated, they now had to fight not only themselves for territory, but the kingdoms. Because as cities do with the population growth, they grow. They need more resources, more land dedicated for those resources. It is a shame that the dragons died the way they did. However, since there's about maybe 30% of the dragon population left, there's more room.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame that they had to lose so many just in order to keep the balance. For this time, when someone's trying to build a new city or a new town that's right there in Dragons, they at least make it a deal with the Dragons saying, yes, this is your land, you own it, but we're just gonna live in on top of it and give respect to it.
Well, the bodies and materials, the meat and the bones of all the dragons will be put to use as medicinal food and armor. Some of it will be dedicated towards weapons.
And
Medical
hopefully those don't be
advancements.
pointed towards their own kin.
Could always be used as fertilizer. I heard
Well,
their meat grows well.
there's still a
Good.
lot you don't know
Yes.
about this world, about its true
Yeah.
purpose.
But I
But
do not intend on finding out.
I would laugh if you would be the first one among us to actually know the answer. Like you somehow achieve enlightenment up in your hovel.
Zip it.
Hey, so we both know what you're gonna be doing when we're just gonna talk to the elders in your town saying, hey, so this one's gonna be sent to our cabin to gain enlightenment.
Why do I put up with you people?
Hey, you did say you just kind of want to be left alone. And this is the best way you can spend your time, is just sit there and think.
Or just live a cozy life.
Hey, maybe invite your patron over if you're ever bored.
5 gold, they'll write down their memoirs.
I might, actually. Why not?
Now, that'll be an interesting thing. We just write down our stories. But we all know there's going to be some people that's like, oh, you never did that. Well, I had to discard that pool to otherwise. Like, oh, you could have gotten that another way. There's always just going to be people that are going to say, nah, that didn't happen.
Well, like in everything, there's always people who believe and those who don't. That you believe or not doesn't change the facts, however, so their opinions is not my concern. That is a good idea, though. Maybe I should.
Okay, I'm not good at saying time, but how long did they actually kind of like? How long ago did we actually like all gather around here for our first time?
It's been
Yeah, kind of.
some
Not.
time.
It was about 3.5, 4 months.
4 months
Because
time
it
span. We
takes at
went from.
least- It takes at least 3 weeks to get from one end of the continent to the other without stopping, without sleeping, and without any rest whatsoever. So, with at least 8 hours of sleep, at least 2 or 3 hours for food and rest each day, that's that's a decent chunk of time.
Yeah, but we kind of spared on this entire. We kind of insane. In a 4 months time span, we went from just giving supplies to wanting to go defeat an evil god. In 4 months.
Can you now understand why I am so...
If we can do that in 4 months, imagine what we can do in an entire year.
Well, the original idea was to go to the Dragon Kingdom and come back here. We had no contact, no information of the outside world and what else was going on. We knew from people coming in and refugees of what they were telling us, but besides that, nothing. No specifics. No,
Yeah.
you know, other than who, what, why, where, when, how. And did we know what was going on? What we really needed to do was reconnect communication. However, the old stones that we were using to communicate stopped functioning for some reason. After a
Did
while,
we ever
we
learn
figured
how
out-
to... I was just about to say, did we ever figure out what caused that entirely?
We did.
That dragon.
Remember the magic tower?
Oh yeah, that thing.
The dragon attack that happened on them apparently... You know, here, Pepper. Essentially, she had a lot of stuff at her lab. One of those things led to the demon realm, if given the right circumstances. Essentially, there was an explosion so large that rocked that lab that set off a chain reaction, setting off several artifacts and several spells at once. On top of that, it opened a portal to the demon realm. What did this do? It sent off a chain reaction. That chain reaction pretty much killed all of the frequencies that we were using at that time.
So you just had to reset the frequencies or reestablish new frequencies between all the different stones.
Essentially, we needed to use new ones.
Yeah.
Now, we did some math. We're not going to be able to use those frequencies for about 30 years.
That's a long enough time.
Yeah, so we're gonna be able to see it in once in our lifetime.
But one of the purposes of going to the Dragonite Kingdom was hopingly starting the process of reconnecting everything. However, we weren't able to directly leave the Dragonite Kingdom because it was under attack. So, in the midst of things, we hatched another plan. What if, instead of just returning here, if we started hopping between the kingdoms?
And start getting the system attempt to get the system reconnected.
Because if we could get 2 of the kingdoms, we could get more of an understanding. And since the Beastkin Kingdom, yes, the Beastkin Kingdom had already made contact with the Dwarven Kingdom and already reestablished reconnection. So we just need to obtain those new frequencies. And after assessing what shortages these people had, and talking to the Dwarven Kingdom, they had the resources that both the Beast King Kingdom needed, and some of the extra stuff that the Dragonoid Kingdom needed. But by that time, we'd already figured out what was going on. So we went to the Dragon Monks, went back, started heading towards Forlorn. Don't know where the fuck you guys went after that, but I know Jack told me you went to the Mysterious Forest and the World Tree.
It's a bit
Yeah,
of a
that was
story.
interesting.
Just wait.
Yeah, that was a
few years,
whole,
You can read it all in my book.
But trust me, I look forward to reading it.
Well, we'll
And how
see.
much are you gonna keep in there, and how much are you gonna be taking out?
Well, I'll be keeping as much as I remember.
Yeah, fair point.
It's probably going to be the bestseller of the year.
I have very little hope of that, though we'll see. I will have all the time in the world to make it happen.
Should call it the People's Caravan.
The book of TPK.
Even though caravan is spelled with a C, not a K.
I'll consider. I'll give it time.
Did they fall asleep?
Nearly.
Boy.
Well,
Yeah, wake up.
all this chatter is nice, but I think I'll be packing my things.
Yeah, you're.
As much as the short
Yeah.
So
route
should
is
be getting
interesting,
packed and ready to leave.
Yeah, I'll probably
Be sure to
getting
grab
more
some
stuff.
extra food and provisions.
I'll see what's nice and right time for me to pick and start getting the horses. Get down on the horses and figure out the good pathway to back to the swamp. You two start getting your stuff ready to go.
Yeah.
They're staying.
Well, I thought they're
we'll
gonna be
be
coming
traveling
on our
with them to
little
the
road
Dragon Kingdoms.
road trip for a bit.
Traveling birthday. Good. So they're not packing as much.
Yeah. We'll be back.
So still want to be packing some stuff. You don't want to be going without anything.
supplies, rations, food, clothes.
Get some water, get some food on you, get yourself a tent, unless you want to be sleeping out in the bare weather.
I suppose you people will take the tunnels. Save some time.
Yeah. I'm gonna probably be leaving with that
Yeah,
little crop stuff I got over there and leave that here for anyone else who wants to tend to it.
I'll have people tend to it.
Yeah.
I'll be taking the scenic route, take my time, adventure a bit on my own.
Yeah, we meet back here. Meet back at the where all the horses are and about. We'll head out tomorrow morning. Go to good night rest.
You do that, I'll take some time before it comes dark. It will take me a minute to get to my mountain.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check on the little area to see if everything's nice and ready to go.
You do that. I'm not very good with goodbyes, but I suppose it was interesting for a time.
I'm glad to have known you.
Yes, likewise.
We'll see each other again. Maybe over some tea.
You'll be welcome, although give me a bit of time to shape up. The place has been Well, it needs my attention.
Maybe get some new clothes.
Perhaps. I'll see. I was not supposed to be wearing this for so long. I assumed that the warmer temperatures I would be visiting were here. In any case.
Well. You're a hero now, and a legend. So, there's something fitting your title.
No, I'll pass. The jewelry never was for me. Although the thought is amusing.
Not saying you need to wear jewelry. Maybe a nice coat. Fancy pants.
I'll keep it in mind.
I mean, just look at Cheeky. He's already ballin'.
Well, this one has already been dressed from the day we got here. I suppose it's the thing all these people do.
I still don't know why I put such a huge heel on this boot, but
Well,
Didn't you know high heels on men were initially designed to help better maneuver around in a stirrup?
yeah.
either way, I'm not sure why you're complaining about your boots.
You and I have the same foot style. It's just a different. It's just what I was. It's what I needed.
Hmm.
Plus,
Well,
it's got
that
a
being
reinforced
said,
toe.
You're all welcome at
Can I need that
my
working?
lovely abode, but only one at a time if you don't mind. I think having all of you
I'll
at
bring the
once would
gang.
be... Well, of course you would. Well, with that said, I will be packing my things. Oh. I've left the key. It'll be on the table, I suppose.
Same goes for you. Don't be afraid to visit.
I'll keep it in mind. With that said, people, I beg you my goodbyes.
Fare thee well.
So much to do, but I actually have the time to do it now. Interesting. Well, let's hope I actually have the time to do it and not some... Greetings! I hope this message finds you well. What? What is it? Well, I'm doing exactly what you said. I am supposed to read this very specific script. If you wish. How does that go again? Yes. Oh, hey. How you doing? Did you enjoy the video? Yeah? It was? Cool. I do a whole lot of that. Constant. What do you want? I am reading the script that you wanted me to read. No, they cannot see you. Remember that. Nor can they hear you. In any case, I suppose I should say something about... What was it? Where are you? Subscribing. Well, whatever that is, you probably should consider doing this. And liking the video. What is a video? This isn't a video. How is... Okay. You should like this, apparently, and consider subscribing. What are you even doing? Hey, wait, no.